And boom. Move left. Title, your mom? Wait a second. Wait a second. Did you see me spamming, Anthony? Did you see me spamming? I was testing things. Ugh. How y'all doing? How was your Sunday? Oh. All right. Should be live everywhere now, hopefully. TikTok connected successfully. YouTube looks good. Fingers crossed. All right. When you're done there, you got something else? Oh boy. I mean, I can't control if it moves. It's bound to happen. Okay, so what am I doing today? I don't even know. We still gotta defeat Astaroth with Teleport Residue Affix. What up, Hunter? How you doing? That one's probably not gonna be too bad. We need to open another greater collection of gold materials or gem bounty. Is that it? That's literally it. Oh, and 10 Helltide thingies. Alright, cool. So we have 3 objectives left. And then I'll probably start on an alt. I don't know what yet, but... Am I switching builds soon? Hydra's getting hella nerfed tomorrow. No, it's not. Just the broken build is. Although I think that was already fixed. Hella nerfed. How was my Sunday? Just chilled. Just chilled. Didn't do much of anything. Patch notes. I mean, we can check, but I'm pretty sure it's not getting hella nerfed. Like, maybe a little bit. That doesn't affect it. That doesn't affect it. That doesn't affect it. Yeah, no, it's not getting nerfed at all. Who told you that? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the only thing that's getting fixed is the completely broken build, but that was already fixed. That was a hot fix. The patch is tomorrow, yes. What's up, Zephyr? A few streamers? I mean, maybe if they were playing the glitched out build that was doing infinite damage, because that one already got fixed. But no, this one's still super strong. I did finally switch to my mythics. I still don't have my my masterwork or my tempering done. Had a test yesterday. Your friend told me that he would prepare physics and botany sections. So I only did zoology and chemistry. Bloody jerk got absent. Now you're depressed? Oh no. Oh no. But I do recommend, if you have a test, you should probably be prepared for the whole thing. I'm just saying. You like my hat? It's dapper. So I decided I wanted to make my character look like a female Undertaker from wrestling. So that's what I came up with. I dig it. Anyways. Yeah, when they added that hat, I'm like, hell yeah. I wish I could throw it at people. Hello. Is it Artas? How you doing? What up, everybody? Can I power level your new druid? Maybe at some point. Do you not like playing the game, though? That's my question. Whenever people want to be power leveled, I'm just like, it doesn't take long to level a character. Don't you like playing the game? It'd be cool if there was an emote to sit up like him. Oh, that would be dope. But first, you'd have to be on your back. And I don't know what situation would put you on the ground like that. But that would be dope. Alright. So we're going to go and do some escalating nightmares. Meowdy! What up, Quakes? I do like the welcome sounds that, like, I don't even have to look. I just know who you are. You know, a few situations in the game.
No, that
Okay, I feel like the game's extra quiet today. That might just be me, though. What pit am I doing? I'm not. I'm currently doing an escalated nightmare dungeon. I'm trying to finish all of the season journey stuff. Even though I already have the rewards for it, I just want to like 100% it just cause. Something to do. How's the season been? Think you're gonna hop in today? I would say this season has been a huge step up from last season. I've said the same thing for a while now, that like I still feel like there's a lot of improvement that can be done with the way that they handle seasons, and I think that they will. Like if they are a little samey, but compared to what we've had, I think this is a pretty good one. You're going to assume the position. Oh, is that today? Good luck, sir. My opinion on the best place to gear up from Torment 1, you need inspiration. So, honestly, at that point, whatever activities that drop loot that you enjoy doing the most would always be my recommendation. So whether that be Helltide or Nightmare Dungeons or whatever, you could spam like the pits or like Infernal Hordes, but you don't get a ton of loot from those other than at the very end. Hey creator, what's up? How you doing? I don't hear that sound very often anymore. It's always a pleasant sound to my ears. You're good? Hell yeah. You've been a busy boy lately. What we got going on today? Not a whole lot. So we already mostly finished this season as far as like the seasonal content. But I'm just picking up the last couple things. Like I already have all the rewards for it, but I just want 100% it just to do it. And then I'll probably start working on an alt because I'm still enjoying the season, despite the fact that this character is pretty much done. I think you should level up these things you put in Paragon boards currently. Yeah, the glyphs are hugely important to level up. You want to get them for sure to 15, and then once you get there, start working on getting them to 46 because that's when they become legendary, and the radius on them gets bigger, and they gain a lot more power. So definitely worth doing. Bow, 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 bow. And then what? We got a couple weeks until the new Last Epoch League. And then another week until the new PoE League. I guess it's like a month, right? You'll be playing a game, but you're here. Finally, fully attending a stream? Hell yeah. What game are you playing? Buffalo Wild Wings? Bottomless Apps? Hell yeah. Wait, isn't it Monday and Tuesday that they also do, like, bottomless wings? I know it's like $25 a person or something, but still. Alright, so we're going in here. Man, B-Dub sounds good. Your 2-week Minecraft phase is back? Nice. What's my build? I am playing Makuna's Hydra Kuna build. I believe that's... Oh no, that's the max roll version. I haven't updated it for the Mobalytics version that I switched to. BFFHB. Nice. I like it. I probably should update that link. I know that there's like a chat command to update chat commands, but I don't remember what it is. Got your first neck injections today? Oh man. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it.
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. One of these days, I'm going to update all of my like stream alerts. I want to update them to make them like all look consistent. That way, like when somebody follows on Twitch or TikTok or YouTube or wherever, all the platforms see it just to make them feel like more like one cohesive thing. Chat command update, maybe it works. I don't think so. I don't think that's the way it works. Your rune only gives you one wolf. Do you need to craft the one that gives you more wolves? No, so there's only one rune that gives you wolves, but it's based off of the other rune that you pair with it. So it just depends how often you're generating the offering or whatever.
Move.
So like I like using the CIR, the Seer rune. Eventually I'm gonna switch off of it, but I don't have the runes to switch off of it yet. Did you know that Pirate Software worked at Blizzard, but he doesn't talk about it? Oh, no, yeah, I saw that. I saw the supercut, which was perfectly timed to music. It was great. Yeah, that was, like... I don't know how he could possibly make the claim that he never talks about. Like, part of me was like, did they edit that out, like, really out of context or something? Like, what? Because, like, every day. Losing more and more. Yeah, I used to watch him quite a bit, and I just kind of can't anymore. Our new welcome sounds discontinued. Are they not there currently? I might have turned them off at one point, and I thought I turned them back on, but maybe I didn't. The single-player Undertale clone is a live service game, apparently. No wonder he hates SKG. Is it? I don't know. You don't see the reward, but you could be stupid. It's very possible I turned it off. Mobile's tweaking for you? Uh-oh. Where can we find my build? It's on Mobilytics. This is Makuna's Hydra build. Oh, there's a lot of Gabos in here. Well, there was anyways. Do you have any tips on Barbarian? You just picked up the game and doing little baby numbers? I mean, when you're new to the game, you will be doing little baby numbers. It scales up like crazy once you get more into the endgame. That said, I haven't played Barbarian this season, but I know in the past, and I've heard good things about Lunging Strike this season. I know it's like a really good, it's a basic skill, and it moves you around real quick, and I guess there's some endgame builds that are built around it that are really zoomy, that are probably pretty good. This is not a pit. This is an escalated nightmare. You're gonna DM me a question, not urgent. Don't gotta answer till after stream. Just curious about something. No, I will not make out with you. Was it? It wasn't that one, right? He hasn't sent it yet. Oh, it is there? Custom... Oh, no. The welcome sound and custom command were different. Hold on. I'll turn it on. Wow, 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 wow. Welcome sound... Yeah, I had it turned off. There you go. Yeah, custom command is like the Jiggy or like the Triforce thing. Or... Who else has custom commands? I don't know. Who here likes meat and beans in their queso? Meat? Sure. Beans? I don't know. Oh yeah, the ducks. That was a custom command. Or was it? Or did I just do that because I thought it was funny? No, I think that was a custom one. Easiest build for a starter player, you'd suggest the Druid Pulverize build? I've heard good things about Pulverize this season. Haven't yet to try it, though. That might be what I start next, because I do like Druid, and I haven't played one in a while. Oh, we got a Burning Butcher? Oh, we did anyways. Gobble, 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 gobble. Big old bowl of cheesy, beefy, beanie, whatever. I'm gonna scoop it up with chips and be in heaven. Hell yeah. Just like queso as it is, but not queso fundido. That's just a block of cheese.
Move.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. So I know when I subscribed to Factor Meals, they had one that was queso fundido, but I didn't know what that meant, but it was tasty. But it was basically just beef and cheese and rice. Factor Meals are goated? Yeah. They're a little high on sodium and definitely expensive, but they are really good. Like compared to like, you know, just like regular microwavable dinners or whatever. Duck's Command's like Rimshot if it became its own thing. Yeah, true. True. It's expensive, but the quality's great. Yeah. Yeah, I wish that they were cheaper, because I would still get them, but eventually I'm like, okay, I need to cut back on my food spending. The first Factor Meal a couple months ago, damn, yeah, right? And also, like, I know that they have microwave instructions, but I highly recommend throwing them in the oven. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. This a meta build or custom? If meta, which site? This is Makuna's Hydra Kuna build on Mobalytics. Sun-dried tomato chicken. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one as well. Relatively new to the game. Only been playing a week. Must be a PlayStation player. Paragon 170 Bloodwave dot Necro. Just figured sit back and watch a stream. Great music taste as well. Hell yeah. Glad to have you. Yeah, I love the influx of players that we've had over the last couple weeks since it went free on PlayStation. Like, so many new people coming to the game, trying it out, and really enjoying it. You microwaved all of them? You try not to turn on the oven? Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was doing it when it was, like, January. Factor Meals is trash, though, so expensive for such little stuff they give. So, yeah, they are expensive, but the quality of them is pretty good compared to a lot of the other food services. How'd you guess? Yeah, there's just so many new people playing just because it's free right now. Like, I get it. Free games are great. And the more people play in Diablo, the happier I am. More people to hang out. We got a new expansion coming out next year. It's feeling like the game, like the trajectory of the game is looking up. Fingers crossed. And there's a bunch of other games that I also enjoy in the same genre that are a lot of fun too. So, Season 12, you estimate, will be the expansion? Yeah, I don't know. Could be. Very well could be. I would say... I mean, if it's going to be next year, we know we're getting 10 this year, probably 11 at the end of this year, or the very beginning of next year, which would put 12 in, like, March or April, 13 in, like, June, July, 14 in, like, September, October. So, like, the absolute latest it could be is, like, 15? Absolute latest? Have I tried Barrage Rogue this season? No, I've only done Sorceress this season. I have a Necro at, like, level 20. Last Epoch's fun, too? Yep. Last Epoch has a new season coming out next month. I will definitely be checking that out for like a week. And then PoE 2 has a new league coming out a week later. I'll be trying that out as well. But Diablo is definitely my main game. What rune is it triggering Spirit Wolves? It is CEH, the Se. Eventually I will be replacing it. I just don't have the one that I need to replace it. Like, this is... my rune words are basically like the starter version of the build. Where can you find the build? This is Makuna's Hydra Kuna build on Mobalytics. You enjoy it to where you stop playing any other games. Used to religiously play D3. Nice. Yeah, if you like D3, there's a good chance you're gonna like this game. Whereas like Diablo 2 players, a lot of them like it, but a lot of them don't. And I get it. They definitely borrowed more from D3 than D2. I'm hoping that changes in the future. I hope that they eventually take like a good mix from both and then also continue doing their own things. It was originally D4, but turned into 3.5. I mean, yes and no. Like, they definitely borrowed a lot of things that worked from 3, but they also do a lot of their own things. I think the 8 people who liked Immortal will also like this game. Hey, I liked Immortal. I just didn't like that it was so pay to win. But, like, if that wasn't such a big factor, I would probably still be playing it. You also liked it? Yeah. Like, I still think about going back, maybe playing it, like, once a week or something. Just to, like, kind of keep up with the content. Who are the 6 others? I know my friend Lulu plays it. I don't know. I know Justin used to. I don't know if he still does. And his dad. Where do you get the Shroud I'm wearing? You've been farming layer bosses. So the Shroud was the only mythic that I didn't get to drop. I actually crafted it with the runes that I had. I literally took all of my blue runes and converted them into like other runes until I was out of blue runes, and then did the same thing for yellows just to try to upgrade them to random legendary runes. And eventually I like on my very last conversion, I got it, which was kind of awesome. What did you play? Diablo Immortal? I thought you did anyways. I know Justin did. I thought you guys both did. Do I prefer Mobalytics or Max Roll? It depends on the build. Generally, I will say I like Max Roll for leveling builds because they're easy to follow, easy to understand. I feel like Mobalytics' website kind of sucks, but I do think that some of their builds end up being better. But it really just depends what build you're playing and like who is working on it. All the extra runes you have, you stash has a use. How do you do that? If you go to the jeweler, you can convert them. You can take like 3 of one rune and get like a random rune, and it has a chance. It has like a small chance to move up to the next quality, or otherwise it just is another random one. It's on the rune crafting. You have this tab here. So you can just pick the ones that you have, and like so if I have 3 Mott runes, I can turn it into a random rune, and it has like I think it's like a 25% chance to become 15% chance to become legendary, or 85% chance to become a different rare rune. Where can you find good builds? Max Roll or Mobalytics are the 2 websites that I recommend. Yeah, like I would say if you're newer to the game, I think Max Roll is going to be better. But if you get really into the game and want like a more difficult build to play that's going to pump out a little bit more damage, that's where Mobalytics I think does outshine them a little bit. But again, it depends on the build because you know it depends who the creator is. Some are hit or miss. Not to name any names. I don't have any names in mind. Who the what is? I don't know. All right. Hawkins Catalyst. Paragon 180 and Torment 3 need more damage. So if you're that high in Paragon and you're still struggling with damage, I feel like most of it is going to come from your masterworking and leveling up your glyphs. Assuming you have your build mostly online. Not always, but that generally tends to be the case. Do you have any Tom Ahu or Quax runes? Maybe. I don't have very many runes right now because I did re-roll everything that I had to get the one that I needed. I have 0 Tam. I have 0 Ahu. That's... I have one Quax or whatever. Which I would have to look to make sure what I need first because I don't remember what runes I'm going to be switching to. Might be a noob question, but how do you get the comparisons on gear like that? Oh, that's so it is a little bit of a noob question, but you are a noob, so that's okay. When the game first came out, everybody was asking. When you go into options, go to gameplay, and right here, advanced tooltip compare and advanced tooltip options, you want to turn both of those on. It gives you all the details. I don't know why they're not on by default. I guess because it looks a little cleaner without it, but it's like it's such vital information. I definitely recommend turning those on. Yeah, I used to answer that question like 40 times a stream.
Much thanks, friend.
Blah 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 blah. Do I plan on going fireball build? Probably not. Ooh. Potent warding's not that good. I'd rather have the cooldown, but the 24% would be nice. The 1% upgrade. Blue rose, don't care. I'll keep that one. I don't want that one. I don't want that one. No. No. Ooh. Having two passives is nice, especially that they're both fire, but they're both one out of... Eh. Actually, no. I don't care. I was going to say, maybe I could sell that. Probably not. Also, I don't really sell things. That sounds terrible. Alright, we're going to go there. And we're going to pop these in here. Okay. So, we still didn't get this. We need teleport residue. I don't know what that is. Okay. So we have one more of these. I guess when I'm in here, I should probably be doing the strong rooms. Probably. Okay. But yeah, so as I was talking about earlier, looking at the schedule for the future, Last Epoch Season 3 is on August 21st, and then PoE 2 is on August 29th, so I will definitely be playing those. Oh, speaking of strong rooms, we found one. Shoot. Okay. In the portal. Oh, we hoobin'. Alright. Am I going to play 0.3 PoE2? Looks pretty promising. So have they showed anything other than saying that it's coming out on, what, August 29th or whatever? I didn't know that they actually put anything out about it. But yeah, I do plan on playing it either way. I'm guessing we're probably going to get Act 4. Yeah. Did they tease that? I haven't seen anything, like tease-wise. I just assumed. Where am I? Oh. But yeah, I'll definitely play it. I'm going to be playing the new Last Epoch season the week before. And then I'll be playing PoE 2 when that comes out, for sure. I'm glad it's on a Friday. That makes things easier. Interview, they said, is coming sooner than you think. Oh, they already put the date out. August 29th, I believe. Yeah, I'm hyped for new content. I do really enjoy that game, especially the leveling part of it.
But they like fresh meat.
Damn it, I'm toothless. Uh-oh. Did they take your teeth, Joe? Three of them? The new acts are coming sooner than you think. That's what Jonathan said. Yeah, I don't think they're going to drop multiple, like, all at the same time, but I definitely expect that we're probably going to get at least one of them. Like, I don't know if I'd want more than one at a time. Maybe. I don't know. Psychosis home! What's up, dude? Still didn't get the one I need. How did your stabbing go? Twice? Dang. Are you doing necro build? Nice. They don't listen to what your good arm is? Yeah, I feel like every time they have to check both of my arms, and I can never remember which one the right one is. Heckin' heckers. You're confused? How will they do cruel? Because one more, do they add... Oh. Yeah, maybe they'll just have us redo Act 1 and 2. Maybe they'll let us pick which 2 we want to do. Or maybe they'll just make 1 through 4 a little bit longer. Who knows? What mythics am I using? I am using Shaco, Starless Skies, and Shroud of False Death. Maybe give us better XPs or prediction? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with not having to do Cruel again. Need Starless so you can switch to that version of Hydra? Yeah, it's pretty strong. I ended up getting my Harlequin Crest and my Starless Skies, and I ended up crafting my Shroud. I literally just smushed all of my runes until I got the one that I need, and I had to go through, like, all of them. So I am definitely rune poor now, so I don't have the ones that I actually need to use for my build now, but that's okay. One more act won't get you to 70 without cruel. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what else they're gonna add. Like, a new act is gonna be cool, and like if they're gonna add a new class, maybe. Like, I know people have been wanting a druid for a while. I don't know if they would do both at the same time, or I guess it really just depends how close they are to finishing the whole game. Because I know originally they said they wanted to release the whole game by this year, and I don't think that's happening. But I guess it could. Maybe they have way more done than they're letting on. Think that like a Templar or something they've already done? Maybe. How to level faster? Play faster. Just make sure, like, if you want to level faster, make sure you're using your elixirs and your incense and stuff, because those give you XP increases. I never use them because I'm lazy, but I know a lot of people will just grind out hell tides. The new nightmare dungeons are decent for experience. They definitely made them way better. I know a lot of people, they'll just run the campaign on a new character and level that way. Because apparently, like, you can play through the campaign in like 4 or 5 hours if you're fast. And that'll get you to like 50 or so. Forgotten Wisdom, yeah, the Forgotten Wisdom from the Nightmare Dungeons. These guys. Why is my nose bothering me? I don't know. I don't like it, though. Do I want to do another strong room? Yeah. He's talking to himself again? Oh. Yeah. Yeah. It's my job. I have to assume my neighbors think I'm nuts. Been on your live for a few days now. You're super awesome. I appreciate that. That's not untrue. Nope. I didn't deny it. When do you think we'll encounter Diablo? That is a great question. I don't know. I do hope, though, even if like we don't fight him in the next expansion, I hope they at least start teasing his presence. Like, at least mention the name Diablo or something. Like, establish him in the world in this game. Just so we know he is coming. I don't know. Because, like, I know that they, like, originally were talking about, like, wanting to do, like, multiple expansions. Like, they said that they were going to keep the game updated for many, many years to come. So, like, I was thinking, you know, it could be, like, 5 expansions. And they might be saving Diablo for the end. But, with how many people have been, like, complaining that he's not in the game yet, maybe they'll shift gears? I don't know. Have I tried Druid yet this season? I have not. I've pretty much only tried Sorceress this season. I do want to try a Druid, though. I do enjoy the Druid. Uh-huh. Sure is. It's fire, and that's before the update to Pulverize tomorrow? Yeah, I don't think the buff is going to be crazy tomorrow, but it's definitely going to help. When's Misha coming back to streaming? She did today. She had a short stream, but she did come back for like a 4-hour stream. See them nerfing Hydra this season, or do you think they'll bring up other classes builds? They've already put out the patch notes for the patch that's coming out tomorrow, and there were no nerfs to Hydra. They did hotfix the build that was doing like infinite damage last week, so that's already gone. But like as far as the regular Hydra builds, I think they wanted it to be really strong. Going from 150 to 175? Gotcha. Finally got your third mythic and switched to one of the pit builds, and you cleared the highest pit you've ever done, which is 80 solo. Thanks so much for the info on the build. You're welcome. I mean, I wish I could take credit for making the build, but I'm glad I could point you there. What are they updating with Pulverize? They're just adding more damage to it. I don't remember if it was the base skill or one of the aspects, but yeah, apparently they're just buffing it a little bit. I have to be honest, though. When the patch notes came out, that was when I was on my Blizzard call last week. So I was just kind of skimming them. I didn't really go through it with, like, a fine-tip comb. Fine-tooth comb, that's the word. The base skill? Nice. What news came up? I don't know. I don't know what news came up. When you do the Blizzard call, is it like a Zoom video call? How do they do that? Yeah. Yep. It was Microsoft Teams. Because, you know, Microsoft owns Blizzard. Although, I don't know. Maybe they used that beforehand, too. Any buffs to Necro? I'm not sure. Probably. We could check. When I'm done with this dungeon, I could check. Leveled a hardcore druid yesterday. You're already in T3. Nice. Hell yeah. I haven't done hardcore yet this season, but I might. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Do I want to do this event? Not really, but I will. Oh, banger alert. Love playing this game. Just wish you knew what you were doing. I mean, if you ever have any like specific questions about how things work, I could probably help. Generally not like with like how to play certain classes, but like with like overall systems, I'm usually pretty good at answering. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, like there's a lot of stuff to learn, but it's really not too bad. Especially when you compare it to other games in the genre that are just like wholly confusing. What's up, Jordan? How you doing? But yeah, like when I was watching that Torchlight like season update trailer thing, I was so confused. I'm like, what am I looking at? Let's get rid of those, grab these. Well, just the one, I guess. You don't know how to make a good build or what you're doing in the skill tree. Gotcha. So for that, if you're feeling like you don't know what to do with those, I would probably recommend looking up a build guide, unless you just really, really want to figure it out on your own. But there are people who are really, really good at coming up with builds that make really good ones. And so, like, my opinion is, if you don't enjoy that aspect of the game, why reinvent the wheel? Like, if you're not good at it, which I am not. So I just listen to what smart people do. Boop. So like there's resources out there like Maxroll or Mobalytics that put out pretty good guides. And even if you're not looking like, if you're not going to follow it exactly, you could still look at it just to get some ideas of what makes a good build and use that as like reference, like a starting point. Boop, boop. Anything else here I want? I think we're good. Which build do I play? I play Makuna's Hydra Kuna build. I think part of the fun in these games is playing around with gear to come up with something strong. If you enjoy that aspect of it, absolutely.
Much thanks, friend.
Like, I know a lot of people, they really like making their own build. And so if that's what they like from the game, then I highly recommend that they do that. But for a lot of people, they don't like that aspect. So for them, I recommend figuring out what they do like and focus on that instead. Where can you find the build? Let me get a link real quick. So there's 3 versions of it. This version is like the end game version, but there's links to it. There's a leveling version, and then a Torment 1 through 4 version, and then like a max level end game version for once you have all the gear. You got 3 butchers in an escalating dungeon the other day with the 3rd one in the Astaroth fight. I've heard of people getting that. I have not had that yet, but I've heard a lot of people say that. Change my build command? I should, shouldn't I? You know? Alright, fine. They bury it so deep in here. Build. Done. Where can you find the build? It's on Mobalytics. It's the Hydra Kuna build.
Use it well.
All right, so we don't need any of that shit. We'll just pop those in there and worry about those later, and then sell the rest. Alright, so we do need to finish my masterworking on this guy. I really don't need that much armor. Does my AP scale up in battle? Yes. Yeah, I completely ignore the attack power stat because it is so misleading because it constantly is moving all the time. All the time. We're going to reset this. And again. I'm going to end up burning through all of my money. Yeah, I can't reset it again, so I'm just going to go. And we're right back to where I was. Actually, I think it's even worse now. Heck.
Timber!
Hi, Timmy. All right, so we are out of escalated sigils. But this is a whisper, so we'll do that. I'll do like a 75 so I can blast through it. You can see what you got sooner by hovering over the item while it's masterworking. Yeah, yeah. Eventually, they just need to have like a checkbox that just says like skip the animation. Like it's cool seeing it the first time, but then who cares? But you know what animation I would love to get rid of? Is the one in the stupid shop. I'm sure they're just like using it as like a load screen to like load like whatever the new deals are or whatever, but you care? What are we talking about? Yeah, I don't know. Potatoes? Speaking of potatoes. Heyo! It's a Misha! What up, dude? I got a big ass bowl full of cut up wet potatoes in my fridge right now. You did it! Is this supposed to be the one where you speed around? It is. But I don't have all the runes and stuff that I need yet. So it's definitely not optimal. Also, I'm playing very half-assed. Went to record book videos, took an hour to set up shit. Oh no. Do we still do the duck riding thing? Yes, but the duck is currently on vacation because I'm waiting for maintenance people to come over, and I don't want to have a 5-foot inflatable duck in my living room when maintenance comes over, so he's hiding in my bedroom. So what I've been doing is I have a text file that I've been adding people to the list, and then once he returns, I'm going to write them all on there. You'd hide too? You don't like people either, right? Coward? Hey man. I already feel weird enough just having like all the lights in the back, like the purple lights behind me and stuff, and like, I don't know. That feels awkward enough when people come over. Thoughts on Penshot Rogue? I haven't played it, but I heard it's really good. What's my attack power? I don't know. 75,000 just after combat. But it fluctuates so often that I often tell people, ignore it, because it is not a useful stat to gauge your power. What runes am I still needing? I don't remember. I do not remember. Have I tried the poison crushing? I have not. I have not tried anything other than Sorc yet this season. And when I did play Spiritborn back in Season 6, I only played Quill Volley. What runes do I need? I need Nagu, Ohm, and Vex.
It is done.
Only useful stat is wieners per minute. True. Accurate. If you have any useful gear for that build, you're not using, but saving, hit you up. So I did go through and ditched a lot of stuff, but I probably still have some.
Return soon.
Oh, so this season I'm playing solo self-found, so I'm not taking any items at all, like at all, but I do appreciate it. Hydra Sorcs also for PS5 overpower or only PC? It's exactly the same. The game is the same for PC and console. It might be a little bit more difficult to play on PC because of the way that you like drop your Hydras. You don't have as much control over where they go, but I'm sure it's probably still fine. You're going to switch to that build and not go with the Maxwell one? Yeah, it's a little trickier to play, but it's really not too bad. So that's account bound. I could give you this one. I could give you this one. Oh, that one's account bound too. That one. No, those aren't very good though. Everything I have is account bound. Like, what the heck? Can't hear me over the music. That's weird. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like on TikTok specifically, like the audio levels come across very differently depending on your phone. But there's really nothing I can do about it. You got a Mac so you can't play it? Gonna try cloud gaming to see how it is until you build a budget PC. Gotcha. Let's grab those. Yeah, I've always wondered how cloud gaming is. You have 2GA with 92%? Gotcha. What is mine? 98%. Okay. With 1 GA. And it's not even on the one that matters. Under a flash flood warning. Uh-oh, be safe. Don't get got.
Fine indeed.
All this account bound shit,
Shine
frustrating.
my friend.
Even with 200 megabits per second, cloud gaming is a little laggy. Had a flood warning here too, like every other day for the past month. Damn. All right, so we're gonna reset this again. Good, good. I'll take that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I would have preferred the triple on cooldown, but max resource is good. That'll increase my damage on my Slurpentine. I think it's finally just going to be an oven outside and not rainy though. Yeah, it was. It's been an oven here lately. I know I was telling you how the other day I went to walk to the store, literally at the corner, and I walk outside and it just felt like somebody blowing hot farts on me. What do I have on wand? So I use Serpentine. I have int max life and chance to restore primary resource. You have a 55 rogue, but you want to go back to Spiritborn, but don't want to level again? I'm playing solo this season, but I might do some group. I'll probably do group stuff next season. I know I say that every season, but yeah, this season I decided I'm playing solo self-found. I do hope eventually they make that an official mode. Those were your hot farts? Oh, then I should have embraced them more. If I would have known, I would have wafted them in. Accepted them lovingly. How much int is enough? I don't know. What? What? Y'all don't waft in your friends' farts? I thought they were just rando farts. Anyways. Think you've been doing solo self-found since I known you guys? Yeah, well, you know, most of the time. I don't know. I just, like, it's both. I hate slowing other people down, and I hate other people slowing me down. So it's like, eh. And I just like vibing out, just chilling. Because sometimes I will just sit in town and talk to people. According to the Sorcerer on Mobilytics build, it says it needs the Shroud, but you don't think it is. Yeah, I have the Shroud. You don't need it, but it definitely is really nice because the one to all passives is huge. Plus all stats is really nice. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. The idea of playing with people is nice, but then you think about it more and it's like, yeah, kinda. The game feels so much better playing it as it was intended with others. Diablo's always been a single player game. Let's be real. People play it multiplayer, but it's always been a single player game. It's a single player game that you can play with other people if you want to.
There's power in the stone.
Okay. We need runes. We're going to Undercity. So guys, we are currently 97 followers away from 3,000 on Twitch. That's my goal for the end of the year. And then on TikTok, my goal is 10,000, but that's a loftier goal. If there's online servers, it's multiplayer. I mean, there's a lot of games that have online servers that nobody plays online because the online is ass. So I don't know if I agree with that logic. It is multiplayer, obviously, but 85% of Diablo players play solo. Do I know when the next update is? There's a patch tomorrow, but if you're talking about the next season, probably September 23rd, I think. I I think September 23rd is season 10. Not having to play with others is one of the reasons you love D4 so much. Yeah. Dark Souls has online servers. Absolutely a primary solo experience. Yeah. Same with like Elden Ring. Yep. Like you can play with other people, but it's just meh. You'll be in Japan when the season drops then? Gotcha. Japan, huh? That sounds cool. I'd love to go to Japan. Like I'm not a big traveler, but I would love to go to Japan and Australia. Do escalation sigils even exist anymore? Yeah, you get them from strong rooms. You just started, and man, it's fun, but playing with friends feels like more fun. If you enjoy playing games multiplayer, then yeah, absolutely. Generally, though, in like most games, I play them solo. I'm an antisocial gamer. I always have been. I like having people to talk to while I'm gaming, but I don't really love gaming with people. Off stream, I do it a little bit more, but on stream, I feel really awkward with it. I'll do it every now and then, though. Actually, that reminds me. We need to update my list. Boop. You gotta wrestle them to play games?
Ooh.
I mean... Unless it's a survival game. You like playing single players mostly for the story. Games like Diablo strictly multiplayer. And if that's how you enjoy it, I fully agree. Thank you for the follow, Lost Cause. Appreciate it. What's the best sorcerer ability? You're using ice shards as your main right now. So this season, Hydra seems to be the most popular. But if you're enjoying ice shards, if you have the air of her glass, it makes it really, really strong. You'll get that later if you don't already have it. What I always recommend is try a bunch of stuff and see what resonates with you the most, and then build around it, or find a build that works with it. I've heard, I think Ice Shards is supposed to be pretty good this season. Let's take a look. What does Maxroll have them ranked at? Does Mobalytics even have, like, tier lists? Excuse me. Ice Shards. They have it ranked as B tier, so decent. Meteor, Chain Lightning are A tier, and then Hydra is S tier. Oh, they moved it up. They moved Hydra up to S tier. I mean, it belongs there. Also, they put Pulverized Druid and Flesh Rendered Druid. What is Flesh Rendered Druid? I don't even know what that is. Is that an item? Oh, yeah. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Get out of here, ad. Yeah, I don't know what Druid build I'm going to play yet. Your top 3 single players are the Witcher series, Last of Us 1 and 2, and the Uncharted series. I have played 0 of those. Generally speaking, I have a really hard time getting into video game stories. I don't know why. Like, if I watch somebody else play, I'm fine. But if I'm playing it myself, I have a hard time focusing on the story. And I don't know why. There's an Ice Shards Hydra variant. Yeah, I was using that until I got my mythics. But yeah, like I did get into Expedition 33, although I only got through like half of it and I haven't been back to it yet. I really need to get back into that at some point. And then like Final Fantasy 7 through 10, I loved. But yeah, stories are hard for me to get into, and I don't know why. I did start the Witcher TV show one day, but I got about 5 minutes in and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I just re-saw your message that said the books are amazing too, and for whatever reason my brain replaced books with boobs. It is what it is. Those games specifically have such an amazing story, and the world building, I easily put 300 plus hours into multiple playthroughs. Yeah, all the games that I have like tons and tons of hours into are all games that have basically 0 story. Like, Diablo has a little bit of a story, but you don't need to follow it to like understand it. I have a ton of hours in like Valheim, Satisfactory, like open world, like crafting style games and survival games. How can you get the Furian Iris? It is a drop that you can get off of any of like the high tier bosses. So like Andariel, Duriel, Harbinger of Hatred, Belial. If you don't get it from them, you can get it out of like caches and stuff, or just like a random drop, but it's rare. But if you're target farming, you get it from those bosses. When you do decide to get back into BG3, would I be open to co-op for a little guidance? Maybe. I'm definitely open to guidance from chat, though. We know how I am about multiplayer gaming on stream. Isn't Harbinger of Hatred still bugged? So the fight itself isn't bugged. What was bugged is if you kill Belial, you don't want to choose Harbinger of Hatred as your reward. But if you're just doing Harbinger of Hatred normally, it's fine. And also, I'm pretty sure that's being fixed tomorrow in the patch. What's my build? This is the Mobalytics Hydra Kuna build. You're a big reader as well, so you got to invest in the story. Yeah, again, like reading, I also struggle with. So I think it's probably like the same. From recently, I went to a neuropsychologist, and she diagnosed me as my brain does not encode information well. So like once information is encoded, I can recall it really well, but my brain doesn't like. It basically has no save button, or a very selective save button. So like I'll try to read a book, and I'll read to like 5 pages, and just nothing sticks. I'll have to go back and start over again and again and again. Am I doing pits? Not currently. I'm doing a Cross Thunder City. Audiobooks while reading the book helps? Interesting. Interesting. So like getting both like visual and audio? It's not a bad idea, actually. There's one book that I've always wanted to read, and I have both the audiobook and the physical book, so that I could try that. Double stimuli? Hell yeah. It's not a bad idea. A little more expensive that way, but... Do I have a link? It's on Mobalytics. I don't have a way to really link it on TikTok. If you come over to Twitch, !build, but that would cook your brain. I mean, it would basically be like in school when like the teacher's reading and like wants you to follow along in your own book. Just hit 150 with your Hydra Sorc. You can't seem to do enough damage to get higher. Such a grind. I would definitely work on making sure that your glyphs are leveled up and keeping up with your masterworking and stuff. But this build does crazy damage. Those definitely help. They use that method in school. Yeah, exactly. Audiobooks change your life, made books accessible. So like I have tried just audiobooks, like while I was in the car or whatever. I would turn them on, and it was a little better, but still not great. But probably because I was also driving and I was distracted. But if I was just laying on the couch and just listening, maybe. What's max hit on this build? So there was a version that was doing unlimited damage. They did fix that. But as far as what I wish this game had a stat that told you like what the most damage your character has hit. But like I do see like, we're in the billions. I don't think we're in the trillions though. Might just have bad dopamine addiction. Maybe. Is the Hydra build good this season? Yes, Hydra build is one of the best builds this season, like hands down. 20-ish billions, maybe. I don't know. I barely look at the damage numbers. Those are for your guys' benefits. You guys tell me. What's up, So Fucking Epic? How you doing? What a name. I don't know why I'm still killing stuff. I already have my max attunement. Let's get out of here. Hydra build's good every season. This season is particularly good, though. They buffed the shit out of it. You're sitting for 40 billion? Nice. I don't know how much that was. I got a notification from TikTok 8 minutes ago that says you should go live right now. What?
Fine indeed.
Anyways. All right. Blow through these real quick. What do I even want at this point? Like, my helm's good, my chest is good. Maybe gloves. Boots are pretty solid. I mean, my gloves are pretty solid too. Like, there's really nothing I need. Maybe an offhand. We'll go offhands. Where is it? Foci.
Well,
Foci!
not a bad pull, that.
Nothing. I should go live? Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the advice.
Clarity. Much thanks, friend.
Alright, so we got a Yule and an Igni. Can you speed rush you in pit? So I am playing solo self-found this season. But maybe there's somebody around that would be willing. I don't know. Where do I want to go here? Boom. Is there anything I want to reroll? This guy. Although I don't have enough to reset. Leveling glyphs is what helps transition from T3 to T4. It's one of the big things you can do, yeah. Like, getting your glyphs to legendary, which is level 46, is hugely important. And then also just making sure that your masterworking as high as you can. You like the two-handed staff variant, but that extra aspect is nice. Yeah. I was using a staff for a while. What was it specifically that I wanted to switch out for? I don't remember. I think it was to get flash fire. Best way to get Paragon levels? Probably the Pit or Infernal Hordes are probably the fastest. But what I always say is do the activity that's the most fun for you, because they all give experience. What's up, Hades Gamer? Feels a little slower to level up than previous seasons. They definitely slowed it down. Both this season and last season, they slowed it down a little bit. But, like, compared to how like, it was a lot faster in, like, season 6 and 7. And then 8 and 9 were a little slower. Because people were, like, I was complaining that it was too fast. Because people were leveling 1 to 60 in, like, 2 hours. And, like, that's Diablo 3 status. This season, people were still doing it in 3 or 4. To unlock pits, any tips? Have fun? I don't know. Make sure your armor and resistances are good, and I don't know, don't push yourself too hard. Tried Hydra build, was not impressed. Using Necro Minion build, having fun with it. If you're having fun with that, that's definitely what's most important. Play the build that's fun for you. Make another character? I will eventually. I haven't yet, though. You can level up a new character to 60 in like 5 seconds. So if you're talking about the cash thing, I thought they nerfed that, but I've heard people say that it's still working, which is weird. Because they said that they changed it to where you got the experience when you claimed them, not when you opened them. You need like 25? Okay. Yeah, you can do that. I find that incredibly boring. Like, I would much rather just play a character and level it up, but to each their own. What cache thing? If you save Tree of Whispers caches and then go onto your alt and open them on the alt, apparently you can like level yourself. But you need like 25 caches. Fade Spiritborn's fun, but tops at Pit 75. Yeah, I know that used to be super strong. I'm sure it's probably still really strong for leveling. Similar to like the Dance of Knives rogue, but like falls off in the endgame. Kicking pits this season, doing 90 so far, not fully upgraded. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think I've done either a 90 or a 92. I don't remember what my highest is, but that's about where I'm at as well. Cassius drops experience globes still? Huh. I wonder why they changed their mind on that. I wonder if people freaked out. What build? It looks sick. So this is the Hydra Kuna build on max roll. So it's a Hydra Sorceress. Oh, it's the cliffs. Got a 4GA Raiment chest piece earlier and no one's biting. Yeah, I don't think anybody's really using Raiment this season. Diffs of Clover, I like it. Hydra Sorc best build of the season. For Sorceress, absolutely. It's an S tier build for sure. Is the Dark Magus dude the new Nightmare Dungeon boss? I don't know if I saw that. That doesn't sound familiar to me. He splits a few times? I don't think I've seen that. Is that in a normal Nightmare Dungeon or an escalated one? Raiment's key unique for Hydra if you don't have Shroud? I never used it. I was using just a legendary with Disobedience on it. How do you get the cooldowns for all the conjurations? The cooldowns for all the conjurations. I don't understand the question. Different build? Yeah, maybe. Thank you for the follow. Why are my moves not working? Restarting. So the lightning ball. Yeah, I literally just hold that button down all the time. So I have a Shaco with a bunch of cooldown reduction on that. What else would cause that? Also on Tall Rashas, I have 21% there. No one's playing Lightning Spear? Not by itself, no. They nerfed Lightning Spear to the ground. It's still good for its other uses, like for adding vulnerable and giving like just like lightning damage in general. But oh, I forgot I'm on a timer. Let's see. I do wonder though if I have something else. I also have 11% of my offhand, which I need to probably. No, I'm not gonna re-roll that. Maybe try and get an extra 1% out of it. So attack power is a meaningless stat. Don't look at it. It's not worth looking at because in combat it's constantly changing. Like I really don't know why they even have that stat there, because like it's such a bad representation of your build. For the noobs who don't know yet, yeah, it's a noob trap. Exactly. Like, I remember somebody giving me shit. He's like, why do you... Like, this was seasons ago. I think it was the Ball Lightning season. I don't remember. I was playing a Sorc for sure. And some dude was like, wait, you're fighting Lilith and you only have 3,000 attack power? And then I went in and absolutely obliterated her. I'm like, yeah, because that stat doesn't mean anything. Have you asked in the partner Discord about why attack power stat even exists? I haven't. I don't know if I want that answer. How do you restore mana so fast? That's the only thing you're missing in your build. A lot of it comes from my boots. No, not my boots. What piece is it? Hold on. I'll find it. Do you use dual screens, one for chat and another for playing on? I have 3 monitors, but yeah. I used to use 2, but I have 3 currently. Yeah, so... Shit, timer. Now I have 200 seconds, I don't care. So yeah, I have a lot of max resource on stuff. Resource generation on the Shroud. I have resource generation on my Axial Conduit. I have chance to restore primary resource on my weapon. I have mana on kill on my offhand. I have... Yeah, I think that's it.
Moo, 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 moo. Moo, 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 moo.
Yeah, resource generation helps if you're struggling with mana. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's the best bar build this season? From what I've been hearing, Lunging Strike. But I don't know anything about it. I mean, I know what Lunging... I don't know how the build differs from, like, what Lunging Strike Earthquake was doing in previous seasons or whatever. Thanks for actually answering questions. I will always do my best. I can't always promise I'll have the answer, but I do my best with it. Thank you for the sub, Thomas. Appreciate it. Barb's getting a bigger buff tomorrow? Oh, right. We're going to check to see. Somebody was asking about Necro also, and I didn't remember. So news, patch notes. I don't know what that cat is, but thank you. So Spiritborn, aspect of Pestilence is going up. Payback is going up. Razor Wings is going up. Barbarian, Battle Trance is going up. Double Swing is going up. Okay. Hammer of the Ancients is going up. Rend is going up. Upheaval's going up. Upheaval's going up quite a bit. Whirlwind going up. Barbed Carapace going up. Pulverize for Druid going up. Great Staff of the Crone's getting changed. Claw is now also a Storm skill. Also cast Storm Strike. Claw and Strom Strike deal increased damage. Also cast Storm Strike. Okay. So now instead of automatically casting Storm Strike, it now just buffs Storm Strike? Interesting. You got this game a week ago. It's addictive. Yeah. Diablo games have always been pretty addictive, which is why I love them. May I ask which mythic to get first most important? I would think, well, I guess it depends. If you're struggling with cooldown, I would get the Shaco, the Harlequin Crest. If you're struggling with resource generation, probably Starless Skies. I think Shroud of False Death is probably the least important of the 3. That said, I'm not sure because I waited until I had all 3 to swap. Okay, so Necromancer, additional Golem damage sacrifice bonus increase. Okay. So Hulking Monstrosity. So that's all Necro's getting? Not much. Makuna lists the order. Oh, did he? I have it up somewhere. Let's take a peek. Go away. What's Necro getting? Hulking Monstrosity passive is going from 35% to 60%. You're 60, should you say Hydra level build or starter tab on Endgame Hydra build? So that really depends what gear you have. If you're using Max Roll, they have a starter version that you're basically using if you only have the legendaries. Then once you have all the ancestrals, then you can switch to the ancestral version. And then once you have the mythics, you can switch to the mythic version. So it really just depends where you are on gearing up your character. Where does he list this? You have decent legendaries with all the recommended aspects. Yeah, so I was on the starter version for a while, although I did switch to the Mobalytics version pretty early because I just heard that it was significantly better. And I would say it did seem quite a bit better. Okay, so I don't know if these are in order, but yeah, he puts Harlequin Crest, then Shroud, then Starless Skies. You're doing Rob's build? Okay, so what else happens? Rogue, Death Mask of Nirmatruk is getting increased from 70 to 100%. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Breakneck Bandit's Aspect getting a buff. Sorcerer Meteor is getting a buff. Frozen Orb is getting a buff. Nice. And Frozen Memories. Can you still play with Azurath Chain Lightning Sorc? You find a nice Fist of Fate and a decent Azurath and then change later to Hydra? Probably. For a Chain Lightning build, I would probably look up Roxy. She usually plays Chain Lightning, and she's really good. What Mobalytics build specific author? I like to use... I'm using Makuna's. I've heard a lot of people trying the Hawk Tua version that Lurkin put out, but I've heard it's not as good. Oh, Mythic Order. Shroud, Starless Skies. Oh, so I had it completely backwards? Cool. Interesting. I wonder why. You want to punch something every time you hear that term? Yep, same. Same. With the buffs, do you think that ice builds will go up in tier? Frozen Orb, maybe. I don't remember what Frozen Memory says. Avalanche vulnerable damage. Maybe. Where do they have him currently? So Frozen Orb is currently C tier. Maybe it'll go B tier. Maybe. Who knows? Whenever someone says in the hockey stream they get auto banned, that's funny. All right, we're going back in. More runes. Not using the cute goat pet? I was. But then I unlocked the demon dog and I switched out briefly. You also use max roll, but you always tweak your builds. So I always use max roll like early on in the season. And I usually stick with him through the end game too. But this season, this version of the Hydra build just seems so much stronger that I had to try it. The max roll one's definitely easier to play though. What game is this? This is Diablo 4. You just started using Hydra Sorcerer. Should you be looking for builds or just make your own? That is a question that you're going to have to answer that one for yourself. If you like making your own builds, I highly encourage it. But if you don't like that aspect of the game, then there's no harm in looking up a build guide. It just depends what you enjoy. How do you have the wolves? That is a rune word. So it's the Cerceh runes. C-E-R-C-E-H. I don't know how they actually pronounce them, but you really need a Shaco with GA on CD. Yeah, me too. Mine had the GA on armor, which I have more than enough armor. So waiting for your one rune to drop and playing endgame build, no luck. Yeah, I ended up crafting my runes. I took all my blue ones and crafted as many of them up to yellows as I could. Then took all the yellows, crafted those up to oranges, and got really, really, really lucky. Just don't know how to make one? Yeah, I'm not good at making builds, so I don't even try. Like, I've never enjoyed that aspect of games, so I just follow what other people do. And I might make tweaks sometimes, but more often than not, I don't even bother with that. Just because, like, why reinvent the wheel? But sometimes I will. If there's something that I'm, like, really not liking. You heard rumor that armor is nerfed to 1,000. So armor is soft capped. So, like, after 1,000... I mean, yeah, like you can get more, but it doesn't do anything in most cases. There are a few niche cases where it does give you like more damage. Like Spiritborn has a legendary aspect that the more armor you have, the more damage you do. and that's not capped at 1,000. But as far as like just actual armor for like the damage reduction purposes, it is capped at 1,000. But every Torment tier that you move up, there is a 250 penalty. So if you have 1,000 in Torment 1, when you move up to Torment 2, you'll have 750. D4's any good by now? Stop playing it like a year ago. The only ARPG you could, besides PoE, was Last Epoch. So D4, I do feel like if you didn't like it a year ago, you're probably not going to like it today. Although I do think that they have added a bunch of stuff that has improved the game since then. But they are working on a bunch of stuff that I do think is going to improve the game greatly. Unfortunately, I just can't talk about those things yet. Stupid non-disclosure agreement. Is the ice version of yours? Wait, what's the question? How do you put health and mana bar at the top? It's in the options, in the settings. Oh, is this the ice version? So I use ice blades and ice armor, but Hydras are doing like most of my damage, if that's what you're asking. The cold is just, it's mostly to add frozen, which also to add vulnerable, and then also giving me Tal Rasha procs to do a little bit more damage. Take it easy, Hades. Alright, we can get out of here now. You're watching Sladyr. You mean Sladra? Or I don't know. Dance Gavin, yeah, hell yeah. Hinted something about adding runes that were never added when they came out. I haven't heard anything about adding more runes, but I wouldn't be surprised if they add more. Still learning the game? What are the stars next to item names? So those are greater affixes. Family dinner? Enjoy. So greater affixes basically means, like, if attack speed can roll 12 to 14.5% on a fully upgraded version, if it had the greater affix on the attack speed, instead of getting 14.5, it would give you 150% of that roll. So what is that, like 23.5% or something like that? So whatever it hits, you will get 150%, or yeah, 150% of the maximum roll, no matter what. So they're really good to get. What's the max stars? So you can get a star on everything. So you can get items with like with 4 greater affixes on it. Can you? I don't think I've ever seen one with 5. So I guess I don't know if that's possible, but I assume it is. When do 4 start dropping? They're rare. You can get them as early as Torment 1. But they're more common the later Torment you go. Although that's new this season. There is no 5-star. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen one, but I don't know if it's impossible. I've definitely seen 4 GAs quite a bit, though. What runes did I get? Ahoo! Did I hit my portal button? I mean, that's fine. But I don't remember hitting it. Is there a trick to getting mythics? There's not really a trick, no. It's all RNG. But doing the layer bosses, so like the endgame bosses, definitely have the highest chance to get them. There is no 5 GAs? Okay. I wonder why. Yeah, farming Belial. Yeah, if you have the husks. Seems like Nightmare Dungeon change is amazing for Abdicite. Yeah, absolutely. And as somebody who much prefers doing Nightmare Dungeons to, like, Infernal Hordes, it was a huge change for me. I like it a lot. 4G is a weird one to stop on. Yeah, like might as well allow us to get it on every slot. There's no items that have 5 stats. So, I mean, this has 5 stats. I mean, I guess you can't get a GA on your tempered stuff. But like, what if you could? Right? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I was shocked when you saw 17k Obdicite after some Nightmare Dungeon. Yeah. Yeah, like what if your tempers had a chance to become GAs? That would be neat. That would be neat. Banger alert!
There's power in the stone. Follow the star.
Am I hinting at something that's in the NDA? Well, I feel like me answering that question would violate NDA. So I don't know. Where does Hydra damage template drop? So I'm using a build from Mobalytics. I'm using Makuna's build. Where did I get Ring of Starless Skies? I think I got mine off of Duriel. It would be nice if Aspects could also get GA. Yeah, that would be. Really wish they would remove the layer boss functions that prevent killing them in one phase. Yeah, I don't love the forced phases. Some of them I don't mind. Like, some of them I hate more than others. I don't like the change to Duriel. I've always hated Andariel. I don't mind the Harbinger of Hatred that much. That one doesn't feel too bad. But I think I just like that fight in general. It's a little long, but I enjoy it. Yeah, Andariel's the worst. But Hatchet Man, all I can say, things are looking very bright for the future. What is that, Royal Trash? I don't know what that gift is, but I appreciate it either way. What is that supposed to be? It reminds me of like ramps in like old school racing games, but like much pointier. Mephisto feels nice. Mephisto is yeah, Mephisto, wait. Like Harbinger of Hatred Mephisto? Or do you mean Belial? Lilith is a pain now with invulnerable. I mean, she's always kind of been a pain. Actually, I wonder how I could do against her on Torment 4 now. I'm curious. Hot Hitters. I don't know how I'm supposed to pronounce your name. I don't know what the context for that message is. I don't know if something that you said got auto-modded, because all I see is bright, as in Moo Moo colored rainbow bright. I don't know what the context for that was. My Sorc's big pimpin'. I love the way my Sorc looks. I think the time on cursed chests and cursed wells need to be cut in half. 60 seconds. It is too long. Especially now, like, since we're just sitting there blowing them up. Lilith is bugged. So Lilith is kind of bugged. You can still do it. If you're getting to where she's just being like invulnerable, pull your damage back at the beginning. If you phase it too fast, it'll bug out. What do I think of the Spellcraft Propulsion? I was using it for a little bit, but I didn't use it for very long. Let's see how this goes. That was probably too much damage. Maybe not. Doesn't look great. D4 good yet? I mean, I've always enjoyed it, but it continues to get better. And there's some exciting changes in the future coming. Do you have to beat main campaign to fight Lilith? She is the end boss of the main campaign, yeah. I mean, I don't think you have to do it anymore. If you skip the campaign, you can still fight her. But just like the echo of Lilith. The masterworking GA could all play into the gamble function you've brought up before. Yeah, I put out a video about that the other day too. I do think that would be a cool way to go about it. The system definitely needs a change. Thank you for the follow. Ah, balls. Do I have my building? This is on Mobilytics. It's Makuna's build. Yeah, I don't care about doing this fight. I know I could do it now, but okay, so what do we want to do? We still need to do this guy. We could do Helltides. What time is it? 2:40. We'll do Helltide when the new one starts. Whoa. Thank you for the follow. You're playing using GeForce Now Cloud Gaming for free, and it's great. Hell yeah! I've always wondered how the cloud gaming stuff feels. Like, does it not feel like laggy? I always assumed it would, but I don't know. They really need to fix masterworking and use like 200k Obdicite in 2 days and only got 2 items finished. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see some changes come to that sooner than later. Pez Radar, Adam Fletcher, he did put out a tweet earlier that was interesting because somebody was asking. I don't remember specifically what they asked about, but it was about the changes that they've been teasing. Like, are we gonna have to wait for the expansion for all these big changes? He's like, no. Some of those are coming out with upcoming seasons, so that's exciting. Reset a masterwork, maybe block off the stat you didn't want. Yeah, or just like, oh wait, with masterwork, yeah. Like I know with tempering, I would have loved to have the option to just say like, you know, give me new options, but like if I don't want those, let me keep the one that I have. Level pit, this is an 80. I think I've done a 92, but I'm just doing this because it's a whisper and to level some glyphs. I could probably do a higher than 92. Sorry for double. Oh, I only saw it once. Cooldowns are so short and fast. I have a lot of cooldown reduction on my stuff, yeah. Tempering is so upsetting when you get 2 tries and then your gears finally got as a dud, yeah. Yep, I think tempering and masterworking, I think they're both cool systems on paper. But I think that the execution was flawed for both of them, and they both need revamps. You want loot and gold to go the way of D3 so people would stop buying them from third-party sites? I don't think people ever will, sadly. I think people just like being able to buy anything and everything that they could ever want. And I'm like, do you guys not even enjoy playing the game? Like, that's why I don't trade at all. Like, I don't want to take boss mats most of the time. Some seasons I will, but like this season I'm not doing it at all. Because it's like, I want the season to last more than, like, it's the same people who buy the boss mats that say the game is boring after a week. I'm like, well, yeah. Because you're buying your way through it. Do you have any experience using bacon to I'm not going to read any more of that. What? Why? To push higher pits 95 plus, you need to use the Ice Shard version? Oh, I think this version, I mean, if you have the mythics, I think this version's stronger than the Ice Shards version, isn't it? Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know, creator. I don't know. That one was on YouTube. Yeah, I always thought that, like, most of the toxicity from multi-streaming would come from the TikTok audience, but it's not. It's on YouTube for sure. What's the build? This is the Hydra build on Mobalytics. Get a 4GA Fist of Fate a couple seasons back and just gave it away. Hell yeah. Yeah, Hydra exactly. Well, without the R in there. Or no, with the R and the D in the opposite order. At least Makuna did that. You think this in rank 1 with Pit 115? Maybe. Because I'm following his endgame build, but I guess I haven't looked at the Pit pushing variation of it. So you could be right. Think you're starting your Sorc? Yeah, Sorc's really strong this season. But yeah, I generally don't care about Pit pushing. So, like, I do it enough to level my glyphs, and I'm like, I'm cool. I'm good. Pit's so boring. Yeah. Like, it's fine. But, like, I don't know. It's not exciting. Is the Lightning Hydra better than Crit? The Lightning? You mean like the dot version? Like the damage over time version? I don't know. I believe that... I don't know. I haven't tried both of them. I've been rolling with this one because... I heard better things about it, and I haven't really looked back. Did I finish my drink and I forgot? Now I'm sad. Have I tried the Chain Lightning build? I have not. I have not switched off of Hydra. So I am using lightning spells. I'm using Unstable Currents and Ball Lightning. But I mean, I'm still using Crit. Let's go focus. That was weird. I don't know why my character moved like that. Okay. What are we doing now? Cool, Helltide. 10 minutes or so. 12 minutes. Also, when is the next world boss? 42 minutes. Not that I really need it, but... Alright, let's go do some whispers. Are any of the bosses whispers right now? Doesn't look like it. Chain Lightning is good. It does a good amount of damage. It just finished level 83 Pit. Yeah, I have heard Chain Lightning's pretty good this season. I haven't done it, but I know. Yeah, I know Roxy was pushing it, and she's one of the Sorcs that I like. Her builds are usually pretty strong. Oh, there we go. Beast nice. Heck yeah. Bring gear that's better, and then not getting what you need on it drives you nuts. Yeah. Tickety tack. Yep. True. Where'd he go? Do. Okay, what do we need here? Greater collection of gold materials or gems.
It is done.
Never gonna happen. What up, heads? All right, whispers. You do this one. What happened, Tim? I don't know if there was context for that message. I didn't see any if there was. Can't get your last oh, gotcha. Yeah. So laggy here.
What is this?
Alright, since I keep coming here and keep forgetting to get the waypoint, let's go do that now. Alright, ooh, cool. Thanks for the little bit extra gold. Alright, we can go here. Is there a site you can use for this build? This build is on Mobalytics. It's called the Hydra build.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, I wasn't actually coming here to fight him. I was just using it to for the quick teleport, but since I'm here, I might as well. Okay. You just started playing Hydra build. How do you do your rotation? So with this version in particular, thank you for the follow. So I'm using the all mythic version. I have 3 mythics, but I basically hold down ball lightning and my lightning spear and ice blades and my ice armor. I use pretty much as often as I can. Unstable currents whenever I'm fighting like a group of elites or a boss or whatever, and then just cast like hydras when I'm at max mana. And you can have up to 2 at a time. Thank you for the follows. I do appreciate it. Although, when I'm just doing like farmed like stuff that's easy content, I just kind of spam my buttons if I'm being honest. But that's like the ideal rotation when I'm trying to do more difficult content. I'm realizing there's way more of these cages than you actually need. Good to know. I guess I never noticed that before. Alright, now where are we going? That way? Okay. I got the box!
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Man, we're gonna hit that 3,000 mark earlier than I was expecting at this rate. So many new friends lately. Did I see your question? I did not. It might have gotten filtered out. All I see is knowledge. TikTok has a very sensitive auto mod, so a lot of times stuff gets filtered out and I don't see it. It's deserved? I mean, if you say so. I'll take your word for it. Okay, I am realizing I missed a couple messages. So, Lost Cause said, in D3, you could only trade items that drop to members in your party at the time of the drop. I would not mind if they added something like that in D4. I did like that in D3. I definitely think they should do that with Mythics. You temper before you roll the final affix. Yeah, you should always do your tempering before anything else when you're doing your items. Which Lord of the Rings is this one? 7, I think. Any suggestions on where to get armor on Sorc? Lost 1.1k from hat when you switched to Helmet of Glass. I mean, if you get all of your masterworks to 12, you're gonna get a lot just from like the base armor on them. Yeah, I get most of mine off of my Harlequin crest, but I know you can get a good amount just as a random roll. Like I have a decent amount on my boots. I don't know. That's kind of a tough one though. Yeah, 7. Why am I invading your feed? I'm sorry, Bluing. How you doing, Tegan? Stupid question because I'm new to the game, but where do you start doing the pit? So pit only unlocks once you're in Torment 1 or higher. And it's in Saragar, which is where I'm at right now. It's right over here. It's this guy, the Portal Activator. You do need a few of, not that button. You need Artificer Stones. I think you need 3 to open it. And then you use this to unlock higher Torment tiers. So once you get to 10, you unlock Torment 1. I guess, yeah, you don't need to be in Torment to activate it. I lied about that. But this is how you unlock Torment. So yeah, Torment 1 at 10, and then Torment 2 at 25, 3 at 40, and 4 at 55. But yeah, I probably wouldn't do it until I'm in Torment. Or sorry, when I'm at max level.
It is done.
Greater collection, but it's not what I need. Those can stay there. Do 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 do. Boop. Cool. I should try to re-roll this. How much gold do I have? 22k? Good. Oh, need more Obdicite now. What's my favorite class? I like Sorc. You're gonna try and record? Do it. Yeah, Sorc's generally my favorite. I like most classes. The only one I really don't care for is the Necromancer, and I'm hoping that changes in the future. What's the best way to get mythics? Farming the layer bosses is always going to be the best option for it, but you can get them anywhere in the game, really. Like, once you're in Torment, you can technically get them anywhere. Wah wah. Yep. Can you see my gear? Sure. Zoop. So we got Harlequin Crest. Got Shroud of False Death. We have Storm Swell on my gloves with some core skills and Hydra damage, attack speed. Axial Conduit with a mediocre roll on my maximum resource roll, which is really all I care about this for. We have Orange Herald in my boots with attacks reduce evades cooldown, and then a triple crit on evade cooldown reduction. It's really strong. Serpentine, we got 5 Hydra heads there, which is really good, plus chance to restore primary resource, also really good. We have Ophidian Iris with a 98% roll. We have Talrashas with a 23% roll, double hit on cooldown reduction, pretty solid. Starless Skies with a double hit on lucky hit chance. This one I need to reroll. I want to get core skills on this one. And then my offhand, I have 5 Hydra heads there as well, with mana on kill and cooldown reduction. Definitely not perfect, but getting pretty good. It goes higher than 5 Hydra heads. So if you have the Hydra heads on there, I think it starts at 1 to 2, but after you masterwork it more, if you hit it 3 times, I think it can go up to 7. What's the best tip on Paragon skills? You're new to this. For me, I hate the Paragon system so much to where I don't even really mess with it. I just find a build that's similar to my build or is my build, and I just copy theirs exactly because I just really don't enjoy the system. It can go up to 10. I think if you, on a staff maybe, but I think on a one-hander, if you triple crit it at rank 12, I think it goes to 7. I think it goes to 7. At least according to the D4 planner on Maxroll, it goes to 7. Did I just grind to get them,
Ooh.
or are there specific places to go to get them? I mean, there's specific places to get any mythic or unique items. Well, mythics is just from any layer boss, but like all the uniques have a specific boss that they drop off of. Some of them from multiple bosses. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it.
No.
You're checking your gear right now to see what you have. Thank you guys for all the follows. It is 7. Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I think if it's a one-hander, it can, or a two-hander. I think it can go up to 10. Eventually, I do want to re-roll these and try to get oranges on all of them, but for now, I'm happy with the yellows. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's go to Helltide. We need to try to open up all 10 chests. You have max on both? Such a pain. Damn. Yeah, so I know Rob put out a video where he found somebody out in the wild who had an orange roll on literally every piece of gear. And I'm like, they had to have bought materials or something somehow. Orange is GA. Orange is when you hit the same masterwork 3 times on the same thing. Which is different than the GA system. Although you can have a GA and also hit it 3 times. That's going to give you the best possible roll. But since the Hydra Heads is a temper, that can't be a GA. Although that would be a cool system for them to add.
Move!
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Thank you for the rose. Rockstars, how you doing? I do like me some roses. Has a chance to upgrade one of your tempers? No, it doesn't. I'm saying it would be cool if it did, though. You have a level 40 Paragon Necro and a 60 Rogue. Can you bless me with some tips? I mean, my tip is just play the game and do what you enjoy and don't do the stuff you don't enjoy, really. If you have more specific questions, I'd be happy to answer, but I don't know. Like, I don't play a whole lot of Necro or Rogue. Those are my least two played classes. I play a little bit more Rogue than I do Necro. The one-hand aspect for Hydra head, 5 is the base. No, the base is 1 to 2. And I hit it twice with my Masterworking, so it got it up to 5. But yeah, it can go up to 7. And that's if you triple hit it and get it orange. Am I running Frozen Orb, Lightning Spear, Hydra? Yes. No. Ball Lightning, not Frozen Orb. It's not a ball, it's an orb. No, it's not an orb, it's a ball. It oranges my Hydra damage on your main hand weapon. Yeah, if you hit the same one 3 times, then it will be orange. But that's from Masterworking. The greater affixes is something different. My boy who got me into play some type of Hydra Sorc and clears. Like Incinerate, maybe? Like Incinerate's a really good leveling build, but I don't know how good it is endgame. This is the Makuna build, yes. You haven't seen that variant? You think yours is General Hydra on Max Roll? Gotcha. Yeah, I was using Max Roll, but then I kept hearing people talk about how much better Makuna's build was, so I tried it, and it is definitely better. Inferno Hydra Sorc destroys Torment 1. Yep, that's what I was using when I was using the Inferno version earlier on in Torment. What do we got to do to play with me? So I don't really play with people very often. Every now and then I'll do it, but generally I play solo. Just because, like, for me it's a lot easier to talk and interact with chat when I'm playing solo. So most of the time that's what I do. But every now and then I'll do group stuff. I definitely do more group stuff when I'm doing, like, subathons and whatnot. Playing Poison Pulverize, I need to try that. That sounds really fun. I've heard good things about it. Yo! What up, Trevor? How you doing? I'm doing good. Just chilling. Just chilling. You feel like Max Roll Hydra feels clunky, and maybe because you don't have the mythics other than materials. So I was only using their starter version before I switched, and I felt like it was really easy to play, but it just wasn't putting out nearly as much damage. But I don't know how their mythic versions or ancestral versions are doing comparatively. You're really excited that there are so many classes and solid builds to try this season? Yeah. Every class has a couple good builds. Well, I think Barb has one, but I'm sure that'll change next season because we know Blizzard likes their Barbs. Need a break from your Barb anyway? Yeah. Yeah, I was okay with not playing Bard this season. Tried Maxwell, Robin, Mukuna. Mukuna's by far the best. Yeah. Okay, I want to go over here and just like go throw a Hydra down. You started out with Druid and Necro in Season 2, but lost and joined the clan. Now you're having a blast. Nice. I really do hope that they add like more clan functionality. Like, I would love clan activities to do, but even if they just give us like a clan storage space, like a clan stash, that would be huge. Just so I can like throw all my extra items that I don't need in there, so like other people can take them. Like, that would be bare minimum. But do something for... Like, why have clans otherwise? Like, Dark Citadel would have been great. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Like, if they incentivized us to do Dark Citadel with other people, like... But if you got, like, a bonus for doing it with your clan, that would be cool. Is Icy Blade better than the other one? What's the other one? You mean Frozen Orb? Because I'm not sure if that's the case. Shards. Oh. So Shards is really good if you're using the Erever Glass. But I have the Harlequin Crest, so I can't use that. I am on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. I am vertical on TikTok and YouTube, and I'm horizontal on Twitch. And I have music on Twitch and TikTok, but not YouTube. What is going on with these two beams? What are those? What game? I don't know. What's up, Amdar? How you doing? Alright, we're gonna go turn on my whispers.
It is done.
Moo.
Well, what the hell? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What build am I rocking? I'm rocking Hydra Kuna on Mobalytics. TikTok was laggy with streams? Uh-oh. Heading home from hospital, had a checkup for broken legs. Ah. How'd the checkup go? Hopefully well. You're having trouble dealing damage in T4? It takes a little bit of doing. You definitely got to get your master working and your glyphs up as much as possible. But yeah, T4 went from being like very difficult to being no problem. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. True. True. Alright, back to Helltide. Got 3 glyphs to 40 so far? Gotcha. Yeah, getting them to Legendary makes a huge difference. Might need another surgery. Hope not. We'll see in a few weeks if it improves. Other than that, hopefully it improves. That surgery doesn't sound super fun. Keep my fingers crossed for you. Alright, we're gonna go here. Have you seen the price of Bach runes? I have not. I don't trade, so I have not. Work on trying to get the Obdusite things next? Yeah, Obdusite's definitely useful. Although, I do love how much they buff Nightmare Dungeons this season as far as Obdusite goes. How can we copy my build? I'm using the Hydra build on Mobalytics. Sold one for 1.5 billion. Nice. Yeah, I just got one, so I totally could, but yeah, I'm not trading this season at all. Number 2. Get him.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What's Bach runes? I don't remember what they do, to be honest. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I can never remember what any of the runes do. Like, a few of them, but like most of them I have to look up every time. I'm like, what does that one do again? My memory's so bad. I just stashed it, otherwise I would look. Makuna Matata. It's a wonderful build. See what you did there. Makuna Matata. My primary ability is the left and right click. Right click for sure. So unstable currents and Hydra are probably like the big ones. Although ball lightning helps a lot too. I don't know. Most of my damage comes from Hydra though. The other skills are all there just to buff it. Got like 60 hours on Diablo since it came out on PlayStation Plus. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think I'm at about 70 hours this season. Let's see. Oh no, only 60. Yep. Why not Inferno? I was using Inferno earlier, but eventually other stuff becomes better if you're not bossing. I think Inferno is probably the best if you're bossing, or maybe if you're pit pushing to pull stuff together. But I don't know. For speed clearing, it doesn't seem that beneficial. Bach rune travels 5 meters. Right. Never played Diablo before. You hear people are calling Diablo 4 the worst. Why? You love it? I mean, it definitely had issues when it first came out, and they've continued to improve on it. I do think that the other Diablo games had a lot of things going for them, but they also both have been, being upgraded for a while. So I think it's a little bit of an unfair comparison. Like, Diablo 2 has been out for, what, 25 years? 20 years? 25 years. Diablo 3's been out for like 15. Yeah, Hydra is what I'm playing. Am I going to try Pulverize Druid? There's a good chance I'll try it, yeah. There's so much to do. You haven't played since Season 1. What should you focus on? A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Honestly, like, I think the game does a good job at, like, making you want to do a little bit of everything. But, like, once you're in the end game, focusing on your glyphs is definitely super important, as well as your tempering and masterworking. All the different pieces of your build can be put together by, like, just farming, like, the layer bosses to get specific uniques and that kind of stuff. Yo, what up? But yeah, they're, like, every different thing that you need for your build can be, like, acquired through various means. So it's, like, figuring out what you like doing and going and doing those things. Like, you need a lot of Obdusite, and you have options. You can do Infernal Hordes, you can do Nightmare Dungeons, you can do Undercity. Just depends on what you enjoy. How can you get Obdusite? So yeah, Nightmare Dungeons is probably... well, I'm not sure what the best way is this season, but they buffed Nightmare Dungeons like crazy this season, so those feel really good. But you can also get them doing Infernal Hordes or Crossed Undercity. Crossed Undercity, you do need a certain tribute, though, to get it, which I think you get from doing Nightmare Dungeons, so that's kind of a double whammy. Is this the bugged Hydra build with the Ice Shard helmet? So I was using the Ice Shard helmet, but I was not using the bugged version. The bugged version was hotfixed. It no longer works. What's the best way to get boss mats? So for boss mats, you can get them pretty much anywhere. Like, killing elite packs has a chance to drop boss mats. But if you're looking for certain ones, like the Glacial Fisher ones for doing Beasts in the Ice, are most likely to drop from Nightmare Dungeons. The Distilled Blood are most likely from Helltide from like doing the Maiden. Like if you hover over them, it'll tell you where they're from. So like, yeah, Distilled Fears, Nightmare Dungeons, or Undercity with the Tribute of Titans. Exquisite Blood is from Legion Events, Helltide, Undercity of Karast. So you most things, if you need them, if you have one, you can just hover over it and it'll tell you where to get it. I think though some of the tooltips are a little outdated and you can get them from more places than just what they list, but it's a good place to start at least. Mephisto is the Lilith of Diablo 4 in like the main villain. Mephisto was the villain in the expansion, but we didn't really fight like his true form. I do hope though that eventually, like whether it be the next expansion or later on, that we do get to fight like actual Mephisto, not just his dog. Okay, we need to do more chests. Let's go here. Yeah, I'm so curious to see what the next expansion story is going to be. Like, who we're going to be fighting, what we're going to be doing. Like, my guess has been and continues to be that we're going to be going west to Westmarch and Tristram and stuff, and hopefully a paladin. But who knows? Alright, we're going here next. The ending cutscene of Vessel of Hatred kind of hinted at Mephisto being a part of the next Diablo. Yeah. I could definitely see that. I will say, the way that they did a cliffhanger at the end of the campaign for Vessel of Hatred, it was very unclear to me that the campaign was even over. Because like right after you finish it, they start giving you a bunch of quests that kind of like it was aimed to help new players transition into the end game, but I didn't realize that it wasn't just more campaign quests. So I was like for like 2 hours thinking I was still doing the campaign. What do we think happens with the briefcase now that Rollins is injured? Yeah, I don't know. Until we find out how long he's going to be out, I don't know. After the season story, you feel like we should be going back to Tristram? Did they mention Tristram? I gotta be honest, I did not pay attention to the story whatsoever. Am I on T4? Yes. They brought up Kane more? Did they? Damn, maybe I should have paid attention to the story. I know there was a lot of Horadrim artifacts that you had to like hang up on the wall and like put around the little area, which made me very curious if we were gonna like pull out a Horadrim cube, which would have made me pop off. Thought the DLC had a much better story than the main game story. Really? Almost everybody that I've talked to said the exact opposite, that they loved the original campaign and did not like the expansion campaign at all. I wish that I could absorb story from the video games. I really do. Because like I wanted to get into it and I tried, but my brain just does not absorb it at all. I need somebody who like really likes lore to just like break it all down and like sit me down story time and just tell me the whole story. What up, dude? I remember when I used to be afraid of that guy. Which build is this? Is Hydra Kuna. Makuna's build. You're glad you're switching characters. Poison Spiritborn rotation is difficult. You're going Hydra Sorc? Gotcha. Comic they released about Akarat Mephisto states that he headed east to the Tristram area. Wait, Akarat isn't Mephisto. Would this build work well on console? I'm not sure. I've never played controller, so I don't know. He became in the end? No, that was two separate characters. Akarat was left in the tomb. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. When he like rose from, okay, like he's, Like taking possession of. Gotcha. Gotcha. Are we gonna get the paladin? I hope so. I have no idea. Yeah, I wanted to get a copy of that comic book, but I don't have a car, so I said fuck it. Paladin, we can only use wand and focus. What am I playing? Bruh, I am playing Diablo 4. What are you playing? Mephisto needed a vessel. Yeah. Yeah, that cinematic though, it was a cool cinematic, but compared to the Act 6 cinematic from the base game, it left me wanting so much more. What's my build? This is the Hydra build on Mobalytics. They said Akarat's power had been marinated for thousands of years, so it was much more powerful. In the words of hope you get. Oh yeah. Yeah. Twigs, why are you so obsessed with that man? Hated that Arrow betrayed us. Maybe he was possessed as well. Maybe it wasn't his doing. I have no idea. I don't know story. Haven't played since the season of Loot got the expansion, so you're gonna play it tomorrow. The Loot Reborn season 4. A lot's changed since then. Who isn't obsessed with them? Touche. Your Barbarian's low level. Your Paragon 905. Oh, Diablo 3. I was gonna say 905. Wait, what? What game were you playing? That makes sense. That checks out. Banger alert. What am I at? It doesn't tell you? Rude. He explained he wanted to Jeep Nahantu same. Oh, keep it the same? From the things Mephisto. Yeah. I don't know why. But like I never trusted that guy from the beginning. I never really did, but I don't know. But I really didn't know what was going on. No, Eru. But I don't trust Mephisto either. Definitely don't trust Mephisto. He was too nice, yeah. They need to make a movie or a TV show about Diablo. I know there was talks about them doing an anime with Netflix that apparently got canceled. Said the same thing about Mephisto, too nice. Did you? How do you get your Hydras to be that freaking big? Ophidian Iris makes it to where anytime you have more than 3, instead of adding more heads, it gets bigger. And then you want to temper your weapons with Hydra heads and get as many as you can. Watch the fuck out of a Diablo anime. You're not an anime fan? Same. Exactly the same. That would make me an anime fan for well, if it releases it all at once, about 10 hours or however long it ends up being. But that's about it. Link build. It is on Mobalytics. This is the Hydra build.
Moo.
On Mobalytics. Thank you for the follow. We'd love to see a Body Bag movie or a remake of Tank Girl. I've heard of Tank Girl. I don't know anything about Body Bag.
Moo.
Thank you for the follow. Hey, we finished the loot thingy. Boop. Boop. Cool. Don't have to do Helltide ever again this season. Shakeover versus Air of Perdition. On this build, I think Harlequin Crest is better. Don't see how Diablo 4 is fun when you can't see anything on the screen and are invincible. I see a lot of things on the screen, and I've definitely taken plenty of damage. But right now, I'm just doing easy content. There's power Played all the campaign. You have no idea who Arrow is. Yeah, he's the dude who like found you at the very beginning when you like washed up on shore. I remember that much.
What's left, you
ask? Isn't that part of the fun in Diablo games like Diablo? Yeah. How's everyone getting billions of gold? There were a lot of dupes early in the season, which caused a lot of extra currency to flood the market, and so people are selling like runes for billions and billions of gold.
I'll keep my forge hot. Return soon.
Zoop. Yeah, I really do hope that they figure out the duping situation eventually. What was the name of the build? Hydra Kuna. So it's by Makuna.
That's the spirit. Give it a
And it's his Hydra build. Zoop. That's not... I always do that. Okay.
Greetings. How shall I guide my hammer?
Equitable transaction.
Too strong?
Shine on, my friend.
Try new class? I've tried a lot of classes. I've played all of them. You knew people were gonna need Ohm, so you just held on to them. Then when someone offered 500 million, you jumped at it. I am curious if they're ever gonna add like an auction house. Because then I would definitely, I would use that, but I just don't want to deal with like trading with like people in the world. Because ew, people. What's the most popular rune this season? Rune? I have no idea. The RPG fantasy be weak in the game and not kill demons, right? You got some Box are definitely needed. I think he said something like Kuna. Wait, who? What? Huh? What is the context for that? Oh, Makuna. So here. Makuna. Like this. And the build is Hydra Kuna. Meow. Wait, a single player or multiplayer game? Yeah. The goal to have fun in video games is play the game the way that you enjoy playing the game. What's up, Lightning Abyss? How you doing? Alright, so we still need to kill Astaroth with the Teleport Residue Affix and open one of these stupid caches that I'm probably never going to find. Again. Is this rage bait? Gotta be, probably. With the auction house idea, you had to say? I mean, what's the difference, though, between using an auction house that's built into game versus going to third-party trading websites and listing your shit there? That doesn't sound fun to me. Your rune crafting is locked. Is there a quest you need to do? You might need to be a certain level? I'm not sure. I don't remember. You might have had to do a quest in the Vessel of Hatred campaign first. I think there was a quest in the campaign that you have to do. Or in-game trade. I mean, you can try to in-game trade, but it's like finding somebody who actually has what you need or vice versa. Good luck. I'm so used to ignoring this chat because it's just more often than not, it's just spammed with garbage. So that sounds terrible. That's why generally I just play solo self-found. I think when people hear auction house, they think of real money auction. Oh yeah, we definitely don't want real money auction house. That's definitely not what we want. Like, honestly, I would even be fine with like what PoE did and like make it to where we don't even need to trade items, just currencies, like just boss mats and runes and that kind of stuff, and like, I don't know, stuff like that. Just for gold.
The forge is ready for what
Be okay with what Last Epoch had? Right, yeah, their system is really cool. I like that. To where you can either solo self-found but get buffed for doing it, or you can trade and use auction house and stuff. I guess you can trade either way, but oh boy, where are we going? Infernal Hordes is a whisper? Sure, why not? I'll do a short one for that. So the auction house in Last Epoch, I never used it myself, but the one thing that I was iffy about is it looked like for each different kind of item, you had to go to like a different vendor. I don't know if they kept that the same or not, because that's how it was originally, and that seemed weird. That seemed a little cumbersome. Have you been able to acquire any mythical gear? If so, what difficulty? You've been searching for so long and the RNG is not kind. So yeah, so I got one from doing my seasonal spark and killing Lilith. So I crafted my first one, and it was an Andes, which I did not use for my build. It was not good for me. Then on Torment 3, I killed Duriel, and I got a Harlequin Crest, which I am using for my build. And then from a Belial, also in Torment 3, I got my Starless Skies, which I am using for my build. So then all I needed from there was my Shroud of False Deaths. And so at that point, where did I get my third rune? Or my third spark was from the Reputation board. No, Reputation board was the second one. Third one was from the Season Journey. And then I salvaged the Andes that I didn't need, and I crafted my Starless Sky, or my Shroud of False Death. So I do have the 3 mythics that I need for this build, but those are literally the only ones that I found. Thank you for the heart me. Appreciate it. Hydra's doing AoE damage? They might have a little bit of splash, I think. I'm not sure. To be honest, I never really pay attention. I just put them down and stuff dies. What Hydra build? This is the Hydra Kuna build. Torment 3 and the Sparks is where you should start seeing bigger chance for mythics. I mean, so they say that the higher Torment you're in, the better your luck is, but I've gotten most of mine from Torment 3. What's the site? This is on Mobalytics. What pit? I'm in Infernal Hordes right now. But I've done a 92. I could probably do higher, but I haven't really tried. Was it easy? The boss was a little spicy, but it was easy until then. The same build, you triple masterworks. I have a few. I have at least one triple. I think most of them are yellows though. I tripled my boots. I know both of my weapons are double. Oh, wait, is the ether gauge broken again? Or is it just kind of, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So double, 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 single, triple, double, 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 but the wrong one. Yeah, so I have no idea how much ether I have. That's my favorite. Hopefully they fix that soon. Need a girl you can train? I hear they sell them at Walmart now. I never realized that's what they were saying. What build is this? This is the Hydra build on Mobalytics. Never realized how toxic that song is? Yeah, me neither. I guess after the third time you should stop doom scrolling? Sorry, Bluing. Sorry. Makuna's Hydra. Yes, correct. Bluing, it's just the universe bringing you back to me. You can act like you don't like it, but we both know the truth. Any tips for new players? Generally, my tips are try a little bit of everything and see what you like, because, you know, you're going to want to focus on the activities that are fun for you. Same with classes, you know, try out a couple. If you like them, you know, stick with them. If you don't like them, move on, because leveling's pretty fast, so it's not a big deal to start over and try something else. Why do you have a crown? I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oh, I think whoever chats the most on YouTube gets a crown now. I think they added that. Yeah, top chatter thing, yeah. Alright, I wish I knew how much ether I had. Yeah, that means you're the #1 chatter right now on YouTube. For the current stream. It's been really popping over there. What Torment for? Still haven't fixed that either. So I was doing it the other day and it was showing up fine, but today it's not. So I guess it's intermittent. What's up? Is it Manu or Manu? I'm bad with names. How you doing? Double dipping still in it. I'm sorry, what? Can I give you my build? This is the Hydra build on Mobalytics. Ugh.
Transaction.
Guess I should probably at least look at these. Meh. Emotes kind of lame on YouTube? Yeah. You can get my emotes if you get a membership, but it only works in my channel, which is kind of unfortunate. I hope that eventually they make them to where they're global, like Twitch.
How shall I guide my hammer?
Alright. So let's see here. We need Paragon board. That section's good. We need to get all these now. Okay, damage to burning enemies. Perfect. Level 200, can't kill Lilith. Lilith is tough. Lilith is tough. The interaction from certain items double dip on damage. Oh, gotcha. I know that right now Spiritborn is mostly good because they double dip. But it's been like that for a while, so I don't know if that's something that they intend to change or not. Thank you for the sub, Lightning Abyss. I appreciate it. Okay, so we're one whisper away. Let's go do a quick cellar or something. Is there a cellar near a waypoint? Not really. What do you think are some of the must-need items for Spirit? So I haven't played a Spiritborn this season, so I'm not really sure. I'm sure it depends on what build you're playing. Like I know on like the Quill Volley, like Rod of Kapeleki or Kepeleki or whatever it's called was like hugely important. But I haven't played one since season 6, so I'm not really sure. I might play one eventually. May I have my build? Yeah, this is Hydra Kuna on Mobalytics. Pulled out of bed, now over there. Hell yeah. Over here. Hi, Bluing. Oh, he did a thing. He did a thing. But what does he want? Balazon. Oh, right. The Balazon pants are pretty much needed for all Spiritborn builds. You have enough points for a firework redeem? True. True.
It is done.
I could just tie it into the thing that I have and set it up to where you can trigger them manually. You got a 3GA hood out of the pit, came back, rolled that Joker, and broke it, then you cried. Oh no. What up, YouTube? That said hi button, it really does freak me out. I don't know when they added it. But the way that it just plops it into chat and says, said hi. It's like, what?
Fine indeed.
Don't even remember how to do glyphs. So you get your glyphs from like Nightmare Dungeons or pits or Helltide or whatever, and then you can level them up by leveling the pit. Or by doing the pit, you level them up at the end. It seems so aggressive, it does. What song is playing? So this is Polyphia. It's called Playing God. What Horadrim powers do you think is the best? So for this build, I like Cosmic Anomaly. For one of the previous versions, I was using Disintegrate for a while, but currently I'm using Cosmic Anomaly, and I'm liking it. And I use the Smoldering Ember with Bloody Charm, Fractured Core, and Tranquil Stone. Is it just me or Triple Crit Masterworked harder this season? I think it's just you. I think it's just RNG. I feel like I've had some good luck with my items, some bad luck with my items. But RNG is a fickle bitch. Nope, Riz, don't do the thing. He did the thing again. I was gonna do something. What was I gonna do?
Return soon.
I don't remember. I do need to, however. One of my pieces wasn't this one. Boom. Ha!
Moo.
Uno mas. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. All right, we're going to go do a dungeon. Your Master Spellcrafter quest in the seasonal journey keeps resetting. Yeah, I have heard of people having that issue. I eventually just plowed through it and it eventually finished. But yeah, that is an unknown thing. Hopefully the patch tomorrow fixes it. Oh, right.
Interesting.
You need good daggers for your rogue? I hope you find some. Wait. This guy's just beating on me. I'm just like chilling. It's fine. Blueing, can you try typing exclamation fireworks? Did that do all of them at once? Wait, what did I miss? Am I playing on seasonal or not seasonal? I always play seasonal. You saw 4? I think... I'm being attacked again. Okay. Try it now. Rapid fire. Do we know what's next for PoE 2? We know that there's a new league coming out August 29th, I believe, but we don't have any details about it yet. Been struggling getting the Arcana spells. I think the new Nightmare Dungeons and Horadrim Strong Rooms are the best place to get them. Promises not to spam. If the moment calls for it, I'm okay with it. Use your best judgment. But yeah, if it gets abused, I'll have to put a cooldown on it. But I won't for now. Yeah, last epoch is the 21st. Yeah, they're a week apart, which is kind of cool. Gives us a week to blast last epoch, and then can go hard on PoE for a little bit. Gotta play the hell out of Nightmare Dungeons to get the spells. Yeah. What's best for Sorc leveling? Hydra was pretty solid. I went Hydra from level 1 all the way to Torment 4. Although, I think Chain Lightning's probably the best for leveling. When have you ever abused something other than Flashbang? I don't know. You just never seem to get them. And any group you run with fail to reach the top reward level. Yeah, I don't really play with other people. I always just blast them myself. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, just a Nightmare Dungeon. I'm like, where am I? Also, bluing, if you want, I can set them to a specific color. If you don't want random. Random's good? Okay, I figured. Right. Eventually, I want to add like custom shapes and stuff so we can get like stars. I feel like Hydra projectiles should increase in size visually to match the heads. Do they not? I don't even remember how big they are originally. I feel like they're a decent size, but yeah, maybe. Seem kind of small. They could be a little bigger, a little juicier. Where can you do the thing that makes Hydras big? Just hit level 60. So that is the Ophidian Iris Amulet, which, if you're target farming, you can get it from Belial, Duriel, Endariel, or Harbinger of Hatred. But you can technically get it anywhere. You just have a lower chance.
There's power in the stone. Come have a look.
Okay, so we need to do this guy. Oh, we still didn't get enough? Balls. How do you make this build less squishy? You don't have mythics yet? Does that help? The mythics do help a lot. But like, I didn't feel that squishy without them. I would just make sure you're trying to keep your ice armor up as much as possible. Or if you have flame shield, that also helps a ton. I mean, while it does add damage, you don't have to run glass cannon if you're taking too much damage. And just make sure that your armor and your resistances are as close to cap as you can get them. Armor caps at 1,000 and resistances cap at 75% each. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Hello there. Mythics helps make sure you have the right stats. Use elixirs and incense. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use elixirs and incense, but that's just because I'm lazy. But if you hang out in Saragar enough, there's a good chance you're going to get incense just from being around other people when they pop them. Oh yeah. This is Makuna's build. It's the Hydra Kuna build on Mobalytics. Yeah, like if you do take off glass cannon, you are gonna do much less damage, so you will suffer a little bit in that regard. But if you're dying a lot, being alive is better than not being alive. Do I still play PD2? That's kind of one of like my filler games when there's not an active season that I'm excited about in one of the main games. So like my rotation is generally like I'm gonna play D4 when a new season comes out. I'm gonna play Last Epoch and PoE 2. Probably PoE 1 also. But then if I'm kind of burnt out on all of those, then I'll play stuff like PD2. But if Diablo 2 Resurrected puts out a new season that actually has any kind of new content, I'll definitely go back to that as well. Or when a new PD2 season starts, I'll go back to that too. When did D4 start again? Originally it was 2 years ago, but this season started like 2 weeks ago. Yes, or 2 weeks ago tomorrow. I think it was on the 1st. Do I like Last Epoch? I do. I went back and played it for season 2, and I felt it might have just been the build that I was playing, but leveling up through the content felt way too easy, and so I got kind of burnt out before I even made it to like the difficult content, the corrupted monoliths or whatever. But I do really enjoy the game. I think it has the best quality of life out of any of the ARPGs. Any info on when PD2 or D2R restarts a new season? Not yet. Not that I've seen. I just really hope that the teases that the Diablo Twitter made about Diablo 2 is like actually a thing, because they made it sound like there's new D2R content coming. You like its style, but it did feel easy. Yeah. So like I hear that once you get like deeper into the corrupted monoliths, it does get way more challenging. But that's, for me, that's like somebody saying this TV show gets good in season 4. You got to watch 3 bad seasons before you get there. It's like, I don't know. Does Blizzard or Diablo still send you stuff? I've seen you open stuff on stream. They haven't in a little while, but yeah, they do. They've sent me, so they sent me a soul stone, they sent me a chocolate heart, and they sent me a couple candles. You have the best interaction with your chat that I've seen on any stream. I appreciate that. Thank you, Dilly. And then I'll like be covering a campfire chat and I'll like respond to somebody's question. Other people will yell at me, "You're talking over them." I'm like, "I'm sorry, somebody asked a question." How dare I? All right. Give me what I need. All right, it's not what I need, but at least it's a double crit on, or a double hit on something. I would have rather had the other one, but I'll take damage reduction. That'll help. Man, these two are going to take me a while, I think. you know what? I think I'm going to call it for today because I do need to get to bed soon. But tomorrow I'm going to come back and I think I'm going to start a new character. I think I'm actually going to put a poll up on my Discord to see what you guys would like to see me play tomorrow. So I'm going to do that before I go to bed. Yeah, if you want to vote, join my Discord. I don't know yet. Anyways, hope you guys have a good night, and I will be back tomorrow.